people on as possible. Again, do apologise for the technical issues, but we will get started in a moment. Okay, we're live on YouTube, guys. If you've been trying to get into YouTube, welcome. Good evening, all. I'll just quickly recap. So any questions in relation to coaching or guidance and advice, please pose your questions, bring them through, share the love. Let's get as many people on as possible. And it's my pleasure to obviously introduce my guest this evening, an up-and-coming medium by the name of Daniel Morris from Wales. So, Daniel, when you're ready, please come and join me in the studio. Okay, good evening, Daniel. How are we?
I'm not too bad, Jordan. Thank you for the invite.
Oh, you're more than welcome. Absolutely more than welcome. So, Daniel's first time being a guest on sptv. And obviously with him being an up-and-coming medium, I've invited him on to kind of like share a little bit of his path and journey up to where we are currently. So Daniel, do you want to just give us a quick bio of... Oh, good evening. Right, let's get some live feed. Okay, good evening, Caroline May Sambrook. Oh, Dagenham, lovely, Essex, where the motors are made. And we have got Ruth Elaine Morris. Good evening. Good evening to you all. Neil Payne. Good evening, Neil. Yes.
Good evening, Neil. Good evening, all.
Yeah. So if you see the comments, Daniel, you can shout out as well. Helen Smith. Good evening. Welcome. Yeah. Share that love, guys. Let's get as many people on as possible. Ah, Wendy, lovely to see you. Good evening.
Good evening, all.
Debbie,
Good evening, Debbie.
Ogden. Do you want to take a couple, Daniel?
Yeah, go on.
Yeah.
Good evening, Charlotte.
Don't forget, guys, drop where you're from
Chelsea.
as well. Good evening, Chelsea from Stockport, just down the road from me. Helen Smith from Manchester. I'm in Manchester also, Helen. So big thumbs up from Manchester or in surrounding areas. Susie Selby.
Good evening, Eva.
Yes, I know Eva from online. Go on, Daniel.
Good evening, Nicola. Good evening, Chrissy.
Yeah, good evening. Yeah.
Good evening, Siobhan.
Yeah, good evening, Siobhan. Lovely Irish name there. So we're also live on TikTok, I believe, which has just recently been sorted out. Anybody streaming and viewing us from TikTok over and above the usual places such as Switch and Facebook and YouTube, etc. Good evening, Alma.
Good evening, Alma.
Oh, see, she knows how to get my attention. She puts purple love hearts on the end. That's one of my signatures.
Good evening,
Love
Ben.
the sunflowers and butterflies. Absolutely, sunshine and transformation there. Sorry, I couldn't catch your name. Good evening, Kim Morgan Turner. Yeah, good evening, Dawn. Right, if you'd like to pose your questions, guys, in relation to obviously coaching, any advice, guidance, please start posing them now. Don't forget to like, love, and share. Okay. And in the meantime, for the next 4 or 5 minutes, I'm going to ask Daniel to kind of share his journey with us this evening. And then we'll get into more of the personal side and answer some of your questions, which are obviously just as important, if not more important. Okay. Share that love. And then roughly about 15, 20 minutes into the show, we'll start some live readings between myself and the lovely Daniel. Good evening, Zoe. Love the rainbows, by the way. Fantastic. Keep sharing that love. Right, Daniel. So tell our viewers a little bit about yourself in relation to your own bio, please.
Okay, so it all started many years ago. I seen a figure, and you know, as people do, you put it at the back of your mind, you think nothing of it. Back around about a year or so ago, me and my wife decided we'd go and see a medium live. And we met this lovely lady called Claire. She said to us, "Oh, if you're into spirit, why didn't you come to our circle?" I was like, "Yeah, no problem. We'll pop along." and from there, the love just came, and I just love doing it. It's a feeling that gives nothing else than what
Yeah.
spirit does. You know, it's a big learning curve, and it hasn't been easy, but stick with it, believe it, and you won't go far wrong.
Yeah, absolutely. And a lot of people will just obviously have a little bit of an insight in relation to, you see things, you hear things or whatever, and then that kind of opens up new opportunities to come in, whether it's via spiritual church online or in person. Good evening, Colin. Um, Nice to see you online. So just tell us a little bit about obviously that spiritual path. When you've obviously gone to like the physical open circles, because I know you predominantly from online. I've never
Yeah.
met you in person. So what would you say you've learned during your time predominantly online in relation to when you first started? What are the key components that you feel personally that you need to have in order to develop as a spiritual medium?
Um, Really, it's all about belief. Believe everything you're given. So the voices in your head, the sights you see, the smells you have, anything you're given, believe it. And it could be the most stupidest answer. And you think, why are they giving me cheese? You know, you really don't know why you're given that.
Absolutely.
But
Yeah.
that means something to the sitter who you're giving that reading to, or somebody in that circle who's listening in, you know. Um, Always believe. It's all 100% about belief. There's nothing else about it. It's just belief.
Okay. Yeah, 100%. Believe what you're being given, no matter how you're being given it, whether it's, you've got clear cognizance or you're hearing it or you just sense the energies around you, etc. Just step into that and allow it, give them access. And then obviously from that, things start to develop. But you have to invite them in order to help you obviously get that insights and guidance from your spirit team, I would say. And then you start working at obviously the foundational levels and start building them up in relation to grounding and protection, etc. Is there anybody that you would like to say a shout out to that's been part of your development? Because I
Yes,
know that there's
definitely.
been quite a few from what I've spoke to you about online.
Yeah, most definitely. So, I've had a couple of mentors and people who I've got attached to, as they say, who have really helped me. So, Jordan, you're one of them, as you know. Um, there's Neil Payne, there's Clara. Um,
Yeah,
there's been so many people I've met around. It's not even just about mentors; it's about people, friends as well. I've built
yeah,
up such a rapport with people online. There's a lot of people like, our friend Louise, Chrissy, there's a lot of people
yeah,
I've linked with and gone, oh, they're really nice people. Eddie, another one, it's
yeah,
it's such a friendly community and you always feel at home.
yeah.
You're there to work, you're there to work on your spiritual journey. And these people are doing the same thing. So you all feel the same. You're all there to do
Yeah,
the
well,
job, in other words.
yeah, basically work for spirit, absolutely. I mean, obviously there is another side to this in relation to spiritual communities and obviously having all that love of like your peers, your mentors, etc., to bring you up, bring you in, develop you, coach, and you pick up things from other people and you think, oh, that resonates with me, that I'm going to take that, and that's going to become part of your kind of routine to work with spirit, etc. Or you'll see something that somebody else does in relation to how they deliver a message, and that just kind of like goes, oh, that I've never seen that before. That's that I want to be able to do that.
Yeah.
100% take on board what you're
With what you're saying there, Jod.
yeah, go on.
Sorry, with what you're saying there, that's why you see me in a lot of different rooms. Because I like to look at how other mediums are working, and you feel that you'll see then your path will change, the way you speak is going to change because you're listening to others and picking up, go, oh, I like that, I'll use that, I like that, I'll use that. And it all bonds in with you and the way you work as a medium.
Yeah, 100%. I agree with that entirely. Obviously, just before I continue that conversation, I do know that we have just gone live to our TikTok viewers. So good evening and welcome to the show. My show is predominantly about people's spiritual journey and coaching. If you do have, well, sorry, if you do wish to pose a question, please get those questions into us. We will address them very, very shortly. In the meantime, I'm going to just address obviously what Daniel's picked up on there and shared with us. Obviously, there is other things in relation to the physical world and the spiritual world where certain people don't get along or whatever. I mean, how have you found that in relation to kind of, not the darker side of spiritualism, because I don't really want to say that, but I mean, we're all human at the end of the day, and not everybody gets along. And that there seems to be quite a lot of difference in energies this year, and kind of people breaking away, and there's like, little cliques and what have you. I mean, have you experienced anything like that yourself that you want to share with us?
To be honest, I've heard lots of stories and people
Yeah,
have tried to drag me into it. All you gotta do is stay out the way of it. Don't get involved. If
absolutely.
there's any negativity is no good for you. Negativity doesn't help your spiritual journey. You need to keep with the people who are always going to be uplifting to you, good comments. I don't get me wrong, it's nice to have something to say to me. That was rubbish, you know? But if you get that, you live and learn off that too. So you know yourself anyway, what you're giving out. Um,
Yeah.
and yeah, just stay away completely from any negativity. Don't get involved in it. It's nothing to do with us. Stay away from it and don't get involved. And
Yeah,
that will keep your energy up.
100%. I'd agree with that. From a personal point of view, if it doesn't resonate with you or you're kind of getting that bad sense of energy or whatever, just fully protect yourself, step away, if need be. Focus on yourself, because other people can affect your vibration. But if you do the grounding work and the protection, at least we keep that to a minimum. Okay. Thank you very much for sharing some of your insights there, Daniel. What we'll do is, between the two of us, we'll take some of our viewers' questions. So I've got one on screen at the moment, okay, that came up. So Chrissy, question: mediumship mediumship is still so taboo here in the USA. Okay, big shout out to the USA. Tell us where you're from, Chrissy, in the USA. It is one of the largest continents in the world. Just being corrected that it's China, but I said one of the large. Yeah, Asia's the continent. Yeah, yeah. Anyway, we digress. So I have to learn online. Sorry, have to lean online, lean towards online learning. What's been your favorite circles to attend online? I would say to you, without kind of mentioning certain circles, because obviously I run one myself. If you follow me on Facebook, you'll get that information. That's what I would say. I actually do one this evening. So that runs from 10 to, well, we start at 8 o'clock, the remote's about 10 to 8, and we go till about 11 o'clock in the evening. There's also a great American circle on a Friday night by Jane Larson, The Whispering Crane. There is Chrissy May York. She does a Wednesday evening. I also do a Monday night. Tuesday night, there's Kevin Taylor. There's, yeah, okay. There are a lot, and what I would say to you is just look at different things in relation to what's coming up on your feed. Ask your other community members, and they'll point you in the right direction. Okay. Any more questions then, Richard, please? Okay. So, what's the best experience you've had on your journey, Emma? Gregory, good evening,
Oh,
Emma.
that's a good question.
It is a very good question.
Very,
Would you like
very
to
good
go
question.
first, or would you like me to
Yeah.
answer it?
Sorry, let me put mine in first.
Okay.
Um, so, do you know what? My best experience, it's not really, there's nothing best that I can say. It's all one, there's nothing, no, there's nothing, because it's all links in together. There's nothing that ever stands out and goes, oh, that's amazing. Yes, me being able to see the dead more, yes, or spirit, I should say, more, is a really amazing thing to see, you know. And I would say that's my favorite part so far, but I know there's a long way to go yet. So where I am so far, yes, that was my favorite part, but all of
So,
it
yeah, so
in
you're
general.
basically focusing on the fact that you've opened up to your clairvoyance then, and actually seeing spirit, and you're seeing more then. So
Yes.
that's the better part of your journey. Interesting that, because a lot of people say that, to be fair, from people that I've come across on my path.
A lot of people might think it's scary, but it's not.
But yeah, well, it depends on how open you are and where you are personally at the time, and it does scare a few people. What I'd just say to you, they're not going to do anything bad to you, despite obviously what other people tell you. Just please trust it. Spirit are not there to bring anything bad to you. If you step into that energy and you allow them to come forward, they are there for your highest good. And if you allow that connection, trust me, your life will change. I mean, obviously, I've only been doing this show a few weeks now, and my life has literally changed just in the last few weeks. So, obviously, being offered to host and present on SPTV, absolutely one of my most memorable journey moments. And there's been a few other in relation to obviously working online, getting my first platform on various platforms online. There's been other ones in relation to doing my first church service. Very, very different to working online. There's multiple experiences, and I would just say to you, just embrace everything with that love and that connection. And as soon as you start doing that, you create that positivity and that energy that you emit on a personal level, and then everything else will literally start clicking into place universally, energetically around you to come forth for you. Because at the end of the day, we are much more than the human body. We are an energetic pulse that emits, and what we emit, we attract. So if we're in a bad place, sometimes obviously energetically, we need to do that grounding. We need to rebalance our chakras, our aura, all that sort of stuff, to then get rid of some of that negativity that unfortunately we do pick up on, especially if we're highly empathic, which I know a lot of the community are. So hopefully that's answered your question. And we've got another question here from Serendipity 589. So question, do you feel cold when spirits are near? I've never experienced that, but I've experienced warm energy whilst meditating. My roots are Christian, so I believe in the Holy Spirit. I would say to you, whether it is hot, cold, and sometimes you get like somebody kind of like pressing against you a little bit, so you'll feel like a dense energy sometimes. Everybody's experience is slightly different, but hot and cold or warm and cold tends to be kind of like the more common ones. And I would say to you, if you're experiencing that warm sensation during meditation, definitely trust that. Go into that, let yourself flow with it, ask them who they are. Are they a guide? It could be obviously a family member that's passed on that's just very near you, trying to give you some comfort, strength, courage, etc. What's your take on this then, Daniel?
I was just thinking about it now. So my take on that is that I don't get the coldness. I only get the heat. Yes, people say, oh, it's colder there, it's warmer there. Since I've been working with spirit, I've only ever had heat, and it's such a warming feeling having spirit near and being connected with you. That's all I did get from it. Don't get no coldness from it.
Yeah, yeah. And I would say
I think some people work differently, that's all.
Yeah, and 100% that's exactly what we've just basically touched upon, isn't it? It's what's right for you. Trust, please, serendipity. Please trust what you're sensing. Your path might be obviously everybody's path's separate, okay, and individual. Yes, there will be overlapping fundamentals that are similar to other people's experiences, but please just trust what you're being given. I would say to you, if you're only experiencing this in meditation, if you don't already do something like an open circle, please go to that and learn how to actually take this to the next level. That would be my best advice on that question here. Okay, hopefully that's answered your question. And if we haven't,
yeah, no problem.
Yeah, so Richard, if we can have the next question. Please do like, share, follow. If you are on TikTok, by the way, please give us a hello. Tell me that you're on TikTok as well, because there were a few technical issues at the start with YouTube and TikTok. So Let's share the love across all platforms. Let's get as many of the community on and start answering these questions, because one person's question ripples right across the community. Okay. So good evening, Lydia Bell. Okay. Can either of you tell me what the three figures were that were standing over my bed when I was like 6? I repressed a lot of stuff, but gifts came back to me in 2019 and it kind of freaked me out. Okay. Because no one told me or taught me anything. Okay. My grandmother woke me after she passed and told me she was sorry she didn't tell me before, and meaning before she passed or got dementia or Alzheimer's. Right. So, yeah. Okay, so this is a really, really good question, multiple layered. So let's deal with the first bit, okay? Without doing a proper reading for you, the three figures that were standing over your bed when you were a child, okay, I would probably say to you are either one of your guides, yeah, intuitively speaking, and I'd probably say it be family members who are watching over you, waiting to be invited in. That's normally what happens. And yeah, it's normal to get a little bit freaked out when we're not used to things like this. Please don't get freaked out. Go away and get the advice and the guidance that will help you open up properly, because what we see in the physical world, yeah, is not necessarily what the world actually is. Okay. I mean, people use the terminology like we're in a matrix and different things. But I'm not going to go down that road tonight with you, okay? Because we only have a short time in relation to answering questions. But hopefully that's kind of pinpointed that for you. With regards to your grandmother speaking to you, that is common as well. And they tend to do that when you're sleeping or you're in a rested state. So that could be meditation, etc., because you're more susceptible in that state. Because when we're all rushing about in the physical, our minds aren't calm. We're having to deal with work-life pressures, etc. Okay, and it's very common for somebody to come through um, with relation to dementia and Alzheimer's, because they're here physically, but because of the cognicity, I can't say that word, their cognitive abilities, there is a transitioning going on, and there's a reverting going back, obviously with dementia and Alzheimer's, to almost like childlike. So it's not uncommon for that person to come through in a message. And what I would just say on that is that needs to be dealt with very, very specifically for a medium, and very, professionally, and touched on very gently, because that can freak people out as well and go, you're telling me that they're in spirit and they're not. They're kind of like in between the two worlds. So hopefully that's answered your question there, Lydia. But I do want to get Daniel's intake as well, because he is my guest. So Daniel, what would you say here?
So, well, I'll take you back to what like I said before, I saw a spirit, but the spirit wasn't my family. I knew that. I knew it wasn't a family member. I could see by him. He was in army uniform, and I believed he lived at the house, so wherever he was there. But yeah, they don't get scared at all by it. I know people do. They start to panic. They get worried. They're not there to hurt you. I can promise you, they're not. Um, I could go into a reading with it, but we're not there for that yet.
Okay.
There's stuff I could say off that I've been picking up when sitting here, is telling me roughly who they are. Because I linked in with a name and a profile picture, and it's given me some sort of
Okay.
information,
Lydia, what I would say there is, obviously we're doing the coaching side of things and talking about obviously various topics in relation to helping people. If you are one of the lucky people that get a reading this evening, we'll do our best to come back to you, okay? And me and Daniel will link into that. It sounds like Daniel's already linked into it, but
Yeah.
that's fine. And if we can have the next question, please. And hopefully what we've given you so far has helped you, Lydia, and anybody else that's had similar experiences. Okay. How do you stop from having psychic attack in the early hours of the morning? It's happened to me 3 weeks ago. Okay. This is really more to do with your own protection and grounding, I would say. Um, Sometimes a psychic attack, just to open this up a little bit more deeper, can be intentional, but it can also be unintentional because of what somebody's going through. What I would say to you is, and I don't need you to give me the information, is find out who it is that's done that to you, and kind of why. So trust your team if you obviously work with your team. If you don't, invite them forward, or possibly get some advice. Again, you might get a reading that we will be able to tap into that information and kind of guide you a little bit in relation to what's actually happening there. But it is predominantly about you being fully grounded and fully protected, and more so when you're asleep. Personally, I'll just share what I do before I go to bed. I mean, this is obviously my spare bedroom, but obviously it's a working environment for me. I do not allow spirit in my room. So as soon as I close my door to go to bed at night, it's like, guys, right, we're switching off. Yeah, please let me sleep. And obviously, I do like other things like astral traveling when I'm sleeping, when they need me to do, and things like that. But predominantly, they respect those boundaries in relation to spirit. Okay. But on the psychic attack, definitely on the grounding and the protection, but more so the protection side of things. Okay, Don. Hopefully that will help you. Do lots of Googling or whatever in relation to protecting your energies and actually bringing your auric field right in as quickly as possible to yourself, because then you're not obviously susceptible to obviously other things. The more open we are, basically, the more susceptible we are. Okay. Do you have anything to add to that, Daniel?
Yeah, what I would say is I do, since having a coaching off yourself, I do what you just said. I tell my team, it's time to go to sleep. It's time for you to not work now. You can step back and ask them to protect me while I'm sleeping as well. And then I can feel them disappearing. And then I will, and don't know what, since I'm doing it, I want such nice sleeps.
Yeah.
And like I say, the same thing as you said. It's all about protection. Protect yourself. Completely
Yeah.
protect yourself.
100%, I agree with that. I mean, protection is like one of the key fundamentals that we all need to be doing as soon as we start opening up, and actually make it part of your daily ritual. Just like you go and brush your teeth or you go to the toilet in the morning, and we all get up and we all need to go and do what we need to do. Absolutely, just say to them, right, okay, guys, come in, whatever. And open yourself back up in the morning and close yourself back down when you're not working or you don't wish to work. There are a lot of people that obviously only open up in the evenings when they do an open circle or a service, etc. I open up obviously during the day because I'm working during the day as well. But in between certain clients, if there's a bit of a gap, I will close myself back down and then open myself back up. Okay. So and that's definitely the advice on that question. So thank you very much, Don, because I'm sure that's helped a lot of people on their spiritual path as well. Okay. We can't say that enough. Please ground yourself in nature and, certain meditations that will help you ground. There's lots on YouTube, etc. Okay. Good evening, Siobhan O'Rourke. Ah, that's a family name as well in my family. Can clairvoyance and clairaudience energies be similar to telepathic energies? Oof, that's a question and a half, isn't it? I would say, personally, on this, the telepathic, I would say, is more personally from me, and I can only speak from my point of view here. That is more about clear cognizance, in my opinion, because clear audience is actually like obviously somebody speaking to you spirit wise, as obviously we've addressed in a previous question. The clairvoyance is obviously seen, but the telepathic energy, for me, I would definitely go down the more clear cognizance, just the internal knowing, and it's it's not yours. It's just been given to you, and there's a lot of mediums that work like that. And if you want to class it as telepathic energy, yeah, Daniel.
Be honest, I was totally lost on the subject.
Okay, that's fine.
That's
No,
deeper.
that's
That's
fine.
deeper than me at the
Okay.
moment, anyway.
No, that's fine. Yeah, so the telepathic, telepathic energies is just when you know, like you're in somebody's, you just know when somebody's going to phone you, for example, or you come into somebody's energies, don't you? And you're just like, and you say the same thing at the same time and stuff like that. The synchronicities of all of it and what have you, it's just really, really.
Me and my wife do that all the time.
Yeah, and that shows the energetic bond there as well because it's so close. And it does tend to happen with a lot of people that you're closer to. But there are people out there that can also pick it up when you step into somebody's energy field. So hopefully, Siobhan, that has answered your question this evening. Okay, and thank you because it was such a lovely question as well. All right. Please don't forget.
It's actually given me some learning too.
We're always learning, as we say, always learning. Okay, Debbie Ogden. I've had a feeling for some time that someone in the spirit world wants to guide me in something. Can you help? I've tried myself and I cannot do it. I would say to you, in relation to anybody on the other side in spirit that wants to guide you, this could be a family member or it could just be one of your spirit guides stepping forward. And they're always wanting to try and help you. I've kind of addressed this question earlier. It's about allowing them to step in. So I would just say to you, if you've not already asked them to step forward and say that you're open to receive, 100% allow them that access, and divinely you will be guided however they wish to work with you. Without obviously doing a private reading for you or whatever, I can't really go into the question that deeply, but that's what I would say. Daniel?
Yeah, I can actually answer this one. I used to see a black screen, so I used to see nothing in front of me. When I first learned, I was gunning for it. I constantly wanted to see spirit. I constantly wanted to work with spirit, but I just couldn't do it. And then one day it clicked, and that click was when it all started going. And what I would say to you, Debbie, is just go with it, see what happens. I'm going to say the same thing as Jordan, that yes, definitely it's a family member. Because what I could feel off you, it's quite mad I was working tonight, but yes, what I could feel off you is that's a family member who is going to guide you. When you do start to see them, it can take weeks, it can take days, it can take months, but just go with it and just keep believing it. You will see it, and I guarantee you will.
Okay, lovely. Have we got another question then, please, Richard? Please like, share, follow, etc. If you are on TikTok, guys, not had a comment to see who's on TikTok, please let us know. And if you do wish to obviously come on the live with us and join us in the studio when we do open up for the readings, please obviously let us know that you're open to that as well, because that's always a greater way for us to connect with you, rather than just obviously via the messages that you are all sharing with us. Okay, Kitta Lepardis, is that? Jordon, I'm interested in mentor. So you're interested in a mentor. Right, okay. Depending on obviously where you're based, I would just say to you, probably go to your local spiritualist community locally, or join relevant spiritualist connections online, open circles, etc. What tends to happen is you'll automatically be linked to somebody, and there'll be a reason why that person's coming into your life. The opportunity is presenting itself. I've had that recently with myself, with sptv coming forward, and in another area. So yeah, there's certain people that will come in to help you, coach you, guide you, mentor you, etc. So just be open to that. Sometimes we just kind of can sometimes dismiss it and go, oh, what's that all about? Don't dismiss anything I'm going to say, okay? Because I feel like it's somebody's already presented themselves to you, I feel, and you've kind of went, but that's fine, because that person might not have been the right person for you, okay? So just be open to the fact that sometimes it can be somebody that you don't even gel with, but actually when you open up a conversation, you realize that actually they have that knowledge to share with you, and they're probably the right person for you. That's my own personal experience there. So absolutely, hopefully that's helped. What about yourself, Daniel? You got anything to add?
Be honest, yeah, like you said, literally touching back on everything you said. The mentor will come to you when they're ready. You know, you'll just fall into someone. Like, I got linked to Jordon, I got linked to Clara, I got linked to Neil. You know, it is just these people come to you, you feel connected to them. As soon as you feel that connection, that's where you want to be. That's where you want to stay.
100%, and that's your intuition, obviously kicking in, your gut instinct. It will never ever put you in the wrong place unless you don't listen to it, and that's obviously your free will kicking in. But if you listen, if you listen intuitively to where you're being guided energetically, just follow that. You kind of tend to get symptoms like butterfly feelings and things like that, or you kind of get that surge of excitement and what have you in the pit of your stomach. So just really, really sense and feel into that, and the right person will present themselves to you. Okay, Kitta? Hopefully that's answered your question. Have we got one more? I'll do one more and then we'll do some readings. Okay. Good evening, Eva. When you do your astral travels, are you always aware of it, or are you just being sent away, I would say. Right, okay. I would say when I first started doing it and setting the intention that I wanted to do it and wanted to remember it, it was very, very kind of bitty and choppy. I had a sense that I had done it when I woke up in the morning, slightly maybe like energetically drained or whatever, because I wasn't obviously further protecting myself when I was kind of like going to sleep or whatever, and they were getting me to do stuff in astral. But over and above that, I would say put that intention into it. If this is something that you really want to do, put that intention into it. And there's something that I say is body asleep, mind awake, body asleep, mind awake. And if you just keep reciting it before you go to bed, you get that rest in the physical body, but obviously your mind, your energy signature is off doing what it needs to do. And gradually, certain things you will start remembering and go, oh my goodness, I did that last night, or oh my goodness, I did that. And I know that I've done this because I helped my dad pass over in January in astral. So that's probably why Spirit wanted me to do it at the back end of last year, so that I was able to do that for him in January before he passed away. So hopefully that answers your question, Eva. Daniel, have you got anything to add to that? Don't know whether you do astral or not.
No, never done it, but that's something I'm interested in.
You
so
probably have done it, but you just probably don't remember. So yeah, fantastic. Thanks very much, guys, for your questions. Okay, we're going to go into some live readings for the remainder of the show. So please share the love and keep that love flowing in your comments. And let's open up into some live readings and give you some advice from the spirit world. And just before we do that, we're going to take a quick couple of minutes, commercial break, and we'll see you on the other side. Okay?
Help Spiritual Psychics TV grow our TikTok channel. Connect with us at sptv UK. We're on a journey to reach our next milestone, and we need your help. Follow us today and support us going live. Imagine getting personalised readings, discovering your card of the day, and so much more. Don't miss out on the opportunity to explore new adventures with us. Follow, engage, and transform. Join our growing community at Spiritual Psychics TV with @SPTV UK on TikTok.
Introducing the SPTV app, your digital spiritual guide for an enlightening journey like no other. Immerse yourself in a world of audio and visual content crafted to inspire, educate, and entertain. Seek guidance with our card of the day, choosing up to 6 cards for personal insights. Enhance your daily life with our wellness section, featuring nutritious recipes, affirmations, and balanced living tips. Explore our spiritualism section for a deep understanding of the religion, its principles, and spiritual answers. Unravel the secrets of the clairs and broaden your spiritual horizon. Easily find local readers, therapists, centers, or churches with our comprehensive directory. Stay connected with live broadcasts, check our schedule, and get to know our insightful presenters. Delve into the meanings of angel numbers, crystals, and a comprehensive list of divination meanings. All of this and more available for free on the SPTV app. Download now at sptv.uk/app and start your journey with your digital spiritual guide.
Join us tonight at 8 p.m. UK time as we welcome Paul Bannister for a captivating live interview and talk show, Spiritual Talk. Tune in for insightful discussions with special guests and live readings that promise to inspire and enlighten.
Starting at 11 a.m. tomorrow morning, join Adele and Laura as they host their show dedicated to wellness and positivity. The program will feature special guests and live interactive readings. Tomorrow night from 8 p.m., join Clara for a night filled with mediumship teachings and readings, featuring special guests.
Right, good evening, welcome back. Hope you enjoyed that little commercial break, promos and all the rest of it. Don't forget our further presenter this evening at 8 o'clock. Okay, we're back on then. We'll go into some live readings now. Apologies, we've had a little bit of a technical glitch with TikTok, so we've lost that currently, but they're trying to work on it in the background. But we will proceed. And if anybody's come from TikTok, do let us know whether you've jumped on any of the other streaming channels, okay? So good evening again to all of you. And if you'd like a reading, please share the love, like, follow, etc. Yeah, everything we do is free, and we give our free time to help the community as a whole. Okay, so we're open live for readings. Let's have some readings and give some people some spiritual guidance. So also, if you want to come on to the studio, please do message, put that in your message, and you will get the invite to come on, and you can join us live in the studio this evening, okay? And with regards to that, if not, then we'll do it the usual way. We'll tap into your photo and give you the energy from our spirit teams, myself and Daniel, okay? So good evening all to you. There are many people that want to read in this evening. So Don Lee, Teresa White, okay, Sharon Roach even, sorry. On camera, fine. Okay, Sharon, would you like to come on to the studio? Okay, so the Zoom link's going to be sent to you. We'll see you in a moment. And can we still carry on, yeah? And we'll do like a bit of a reading while we get Sharon connected to us in the studio this evening, okay? So we've also got Ruth Elaine Morris, okay? Good evening. Sam B. If you do see anybody that jumps out at you, Daniel, just say stop, yeah? Myra Burgess, good evening. Brenda Walker, good evening. Rebecca Whelan, good evening, Rebecca. Love the purple hearts. I'm open, so yeah, if you want to join us in the studio, let us know, and we can sort that out for you. You'll be sent a link. Good evening, Steve Welling. Yeah, live is fine for him as well. Okay, let's have Steve as well, actually, I think. Yeah? Let's get a few of you actually more on the live than just trying to connect with you. So if you're open to the live, let us know. We'll send you the link, and let's do. And all the links have been sent to you, so please just click on it, and you'll join us shortly. Okay. So yeah.
Jordon, can I get some out quickly?
Good evening, Chrissy. I'll be a Zoom. Yeah. Okay. Let's have Chrissy as well then. Okay.
Yes, please. Yeah. So I don't know. It's gone out to the room. It's gone out to anyone. After being sat by here, I got a gentleman who's really impatient. I've been holding him back for a while, saying, please wait, I'm gonna get your name out in a minute. I got a gentleman by the name of Roger. I don't know who you are, so if you could take a Roger, please put a yes in the comments, or say me, and we'll see if we can come to you and see if you can take what I'm going to give out next. I'll give a little bit more information to help you along. I believe this gentleman was a smoker, and I can see oil, so it's like as if he does something with mechanics or mechanical engineering, something that involves oil. So I've been given oil at the moment from him as well. I can see with this gentleman that he has got, if you look at my screen, you'll see that he's got, his hairline stops there. So he's showing me that he got grey hair and it stops there. He just said to me, I got thick sideburns as well, real thick sideburns. So
Okay,
somebody can take him.
Take that information that Daniel's shared, please. Please just do put a yes, because he did see somebody in the comments, but obviously we can't go backwards at the moment to. Oh, can we? All right, I've just been told we can. Daniel, do you want to just see who it is? If Richard,
yeah, flick back,
to go back and see if you can get the connection one on one.
Rebecca, can you take this gentleman? Rebecca Whelan?
Rebecca, if you just answer us yes, can you take what the information that Daniel's written gave you so far in relation to the links with engineering or mechanical, and I believe the name Roger, thick sideburns, grey, and basically balding on top with just obviously the side bits that as we get when we all get older as gentlemen. Something to look forward to.
Tell me about it.
Okay. Okay, so okay, no problem.
Okay. This gentleman is a granddad figure, definitely, because he just said I'm a granddad. I feel with this gentleman, he just said number 2, so he's got 2 children. Or the sitter themselves who will take this message has got 2 children. I do believe as well, he just said to me that you haven't, whoever it is, haven't really got a massive memory of him. She's not going to feed me too much on what he can give up, because you won't really know what I'm going to say.
Okay. So Rebecca, would you understand that what's been given as a grandfather? I don't know my family.
Yeah, there it is. Okay, yeah.
Do you want to join us live? If you, oh, she won't. Right. Okay. Oh, no problem. That's fine. Do you want to just tap into that, Daniel, and I'll sync in with it as well.
Yeah. Okay. 2 seconds. Okay, I believe this gentleman passed with breathing problems. If you can't take it that way, you might be able to take it as somebody on the earth plane with breathing problems at the moment. I feel really tight-chested, so this gentleman really got a tight chest.
Rebecca, would you understand the name Derek and James around you? 2 children in spirit.
Thank you, Rebecca. Thank you.
Lovely. That looks like the connection. Thank you very much, Rebecca.
That's okay. That's fine.
Yeah, it's two children, but not necessarily yours then.
That's why the 2 came in.
Yeah. Would you understand that the names that I've just gave you in relation to Derek and James? I do want to say with regards to yourself, I'm getting some information in relation to we're basically transitioning through quite some difficult times, but we're starting to see the light at the end of the tunnel around you. Hopefully you would understand that for me, please. Just a yes will be fine. All right, okay, so there's your breathing.
Thank you, Rebecca.
Daniel, yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. I do want to say to you, you would have started to feel a bit of an energetic shift around you. I want to say in the last couple of days, there's been a little bit of a shift, if you're aware of that. And this is somebody from Spirit. I believe the gentleman actually that Daniel's just tapped into, coming forward to kind of try and give you that bit of upliftment and uplifting energy, I want to say, in and around kind of like some of the hard times that we're going through. But I do want to say again, we're going forward, and I feel like you've had some clarity in relation to what needs to be done going forward here. Okay, I've seen. Excuse me. I think he's putting his breathing issues on me with the throat, dear. I do want to say to you, can we just trust the energies that are around you? They are there for your better good here. And I do want to say, I'm being told something to do with work. So I don't know whether the transitioning is to do with work or whatever, but if you would understand that, there's like a few niggling. I don't feel it's anything serious, but I feel like there's an issue around work, and it's been a little bit unsettling of late. And we just watch that calming down really quickly over the next few days, I'm being told. And we're definitely moving forward in a really, really good way. I do want to just say to you, though, I am being told, would you understand that there needs to be a little bit more grounding? And I don't mean just going out in the fresh air, I mean with the intention of grounding, okay? So whether you do this via meditation or whether you actually do this in relation to grounding meditation, I actually feel that now that I've said that, I want to give you both of those. So do a walking grounding meditation and just get out and be in the zone. So you're around the nature, you're getting the energy of nature coming in and clearing out any of that stagnation energy around you. But the actual music will put you in that place of being present and give you that balance that is required. I'm really sorry that you're struggling, but hopefully this message that I'm giving you and Daniel is giving you as well is definitely going to move you forward. Okay. And I've just been given, I'm not too sure about that. I'm not very good with flowers, to be honest, but I've been given a yellow flower. And I know it's not a rose, but it's I want to say similar to a chrysanthemum, but not quite that. Okay. And it's not fully opened yet. And I feel that this is you now starting to come out of this phase where we're transitioning and we're opening up that flower. We're starting to accept that obviously I feel like there's a mental shift in you actually as well, I'm being told. So we're now starting to actually think about what needs to be done. And I feel like you've sat with that energy for a while, kind of like in that stagnation of kind of, oh my goodness, can it get any worse kind of thing? But now we're starting to kind of like change the energies around you and you're getting that spirit coming in and the guidance to propel you forward. Okay.
Jordon, I felt with her as well that I felt that dip. So I felt there was a big dip in her life at the moment where energy's dropped. I also feel as well I want to give her some sage and say, taking the smell of the sage, that will uplift you a little bit. Yes, it's not going to be a miracle worker, but it's going to help you shift your mood slightly to bring you back up to being level and not being so down. So my advice is to go and buy some sage and light it up, take it around the rooms. I know they use it for other stuff, but for me, it gives me a lot of energy, and I feel I need to give that to you as well.
Yeah, energetically, cleanses out obviously your environment. There's also Palo Santo if you've got some of that, or if you prefer that, because not everybody likes to smell a sage. But with that intention of cleansing and clearing your environment, and I'd also kind of say to you when you're doing the saging, actually go down in front of you like that and just kind of like waft the smoke in towards kind of like your chakras. I do that personally to cleanse my auric field and my chakras, and obviously the environment that I'm in as well. So we're sending you lots of love, Rebecca, and hopefully this message has gave you a little bit of an upliftment to move forward. Okay, my darling? Yeah, will do. Thank you. You're more than welcome. Absolutely more than welcome. Okay.
Send you a little light,
love of
Rebecca.
spirit, and we'll go to our next person, please. Thank you so much. Okay, we've got our live reader. Got our live reader. Good evening, Sharon. How are we? Okay, Sharon's just joining us in a moment.
So that to say, Rebecca, thank you for your taking everything I give you and sending you love and light.
Absolutely, yeah. Validation and the confirmation of what we bring through is very important. It helps us strengthen our connection to bring through the message that is right for each individual. So thank you very much. Absolutely. Okay, good evening, Sharon. How are we?
Hello, all good, thanks.
Good evening, Sharon.
So I do know Sharon from online, But I'm actually going to pass this to Daniel first, actually, because Daniel doesn't know Sharon,
Thanks.
I believe.
Well, actually, what I was going to say to you, Sharon, as you walk, as I seen you, can I say walk in, you came on the screen, in front of me. I did see two people standing either side of you, so one to your right and one to your left. On my screen is left and right. I did see on my left, a lady there standing there. On your right, there was a gentleman. I do know their family to you. And I do feel that they're going to be from like two different sides of the family. Is to say, one is going to be, it's like as if you've got a divide in your family. It could be that you have a stepmom or stepdad or something in a divide.
What is spirit?
Yeah, I feel divide in these two people. That they are family, but they're two different. Let me try and work with a bit more. 2 seconds.
Sharon, would you understand something to do with a toddler around you at the moment, where there's a little bit of concern?
Toddler.
Toddler, possibly a younger child, maybe not necessarily a toddler, but I was given young child and toddler, so I don't know whether it's two separate, but I want to say there's a little bit of concern around a young child around you.
Not that I can think of.
Okay. Let's just see.
Sharon, I got a bit more for you. So you've got children, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, and I feel that yeah, it's like as if you've got like a husband, but this is now your ex-husband. But you were friends with you were quite friendly with his parents.
Yeah.
Thank you. Right, I know where I'm going. Okay, so these are the divides. So it'd be one from your family and one from his family.
Right. Okay.
I'm just trying. That's okay. I'm just trying to ask them now who is who and what they're doing. Don't always give me everything I want to know, but we'll see what we can get out of them. Okay. The gentleman is telling me that he is from dad's side, so the father's side, and then the lady is from your side.
Right.
Okay, so one is from your ex-husband. The gentleman is from your ex-husband. The lady is from your family.
Right. Okay.
Okay. Yeah, what else have we got for me?
While Daniel's just connecting in again, can I just jump into that toddler or young child? We just watch where that comes in, because I don't feel that that's actually necessarily with you personally, obviously. Sharon, I feel like this is around somebody that you know, and there is concerns around this young child's, I want to say mood. So like the behaviors and the mood that this young child comes in. And I feel I've just been told friend. So this would either be a friend around you that has problems around a young child. And I do want to say, just with regards to that, that it's nothing to worry about. It's just that this child is actually struggling a little bit in relation to the socializing side of things. And
Right.
it's a little bit kind of I want to say possibly on the spectrum, but they've kind of said that that there's definitely issues behavioral wise, and it needs to be investigated. Okay. And I want to
Okay.
kind of go down. Yeah. So they've gave me it now and they're confirming it. I want to say that this young child could possibly end up being on the spectrum, but I don't want to say that it's actually like on the more severe end. I want to say it's kind of like on the medium to lower end of it, okay? And the child's reacting quite, I want to say like rapid outbursts. Would you understand that?
Yeah. Yeah.
Right, okay. So that's why they've gave me it, okay? I'm just going to link back in and get something for you before I leave you, but I know Daniel's coming back to you.
Yeah, I got that they show me a condition. I feel like I want to pass out. So it's like if somebody had passed out and fainted, but they struggled to get back up. I also feel as well that somebody used to slide on the chair. They sit in the chair, they keep sliding on the chair to keep up to get back up. Because I feel like I want to fall off my chair. So I just want to slide off it.
Yeah. Yeah. I understand that with the lady. Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you. The lady showing me as well. I know you wear glasses, but they always do this to me. This lady wore glasses as well.
Yeah.
Thank you. Okay. And I believe I can see two again. I can see two boys this time. I got been given two boys. So it could
Okay.
be from either the families, like your nan had two boys, or the father-in-law had two boys. You got two boys. It can be linked in some way.
She had two boys.
Thank you. Okay, it's just a lady I'm working with then. I can't work out who I'm working with. I just get given visions to give out. And feel into my body as well. I also feel as well, because my heart is starting to mess about. I feel like there was a heart condition somewhere too, or somebody had a heart attack.
Right, that would be the male that you've got. And in fact, he had two
Right.
boys, which obviously
There,
one was...
right. Thank you. Okay, it's okay. Because one is working for my left, one's working for my left, one's working for my right, and this comes from my right hand side, so this would be the gentleman then. Okay, thank you. They didn't even give me information. I don't know where I'm going. Okay. I do believe as well, because I'm looking at a camper van, so I believe somebody got a van or a camper van,
I
or
want
they
one.
did have. Or somebody had one at least. Okay.
Right. I can understand that with the lady.
Yeah, thank you. Okay. And I do believe as well the gentleman, because he just said tools, so I believe the gentleman had tools, lots of tools. He liked to work with his tools a bit in the garage, or because
Yeah.
that's what I am at the moment. I'm in my garage. Okay. And I believe with yourself as well, you like a lot of candles as well. You love candles.
Yeah.
Thank you. Okay. I've got like a brain fog coming on as well, so there's something to do with my head. It's like pressured. So somebody he's either getting pressured with their lifestyle, as in their job, or somebody have had a brain problem that they're showing me.
Right. Myself and my daughter have a brain problem, but
Thank
the
you.
female you've got, she had a brain tumor. That's why she kept fainting.
Right, thank you. Yeah, they link in now, so I feel, yeah, thank you. Okay, thank you. Okay, I'll pass it back to Jordan now while I find some more.
Okay. Well, there's a couple of things that I want to give you, and I definitely want to give you the colour yellow. Okay. So I don't know how significant that is to you, but I also want to come to your solar plexus. I'm being told to talk about your solar plexus. Would you understand there's a little bit of imbalance in your solar plexus of late?
Yeah.
Right, okay. They're just saying, can we do some cleansing and clearing in relation to that? And I also want to say to you, in relation to your environment, we need to be cleansing and clearing. And I know that you do stuff like this because I do know a little bit about you. But I want to say that we need to be actually doing it to a level that is a bit more ramped up. Would you understand that there's been a certain energy around that needs to be cleared?
Yes, I do.
Okay. Thank you so much. I also want to give you further, I want to keep going back to yellow because I'm being told to keep talking about yellow. Over and above the solar plexus here, I want to say, I've got like, sorry, to apologize. I've got somebody really stepping close to me. You would understand grandfather in spirit, please?
Yeah.
Yeah, and would you understand that there was issues either with his airwaves or something really bad with his throat? I feel like I want to bring up quite a bit of kind of like phlegm and stuff. I feel like this is towards the end. And I also feel like he was slightly hunched over from what he's showing me. Would you understand that?
I can understand that with my dad.
Okay, so it might be me that's picked that up wrong, and that's okay. It feels definitely a little bit more higher up in the hierarchy. But just on Dad here, would you understand that with regards to going back into the yellow and Dad, that Dad is actually coming forward to give you a little bit more of I want to say, a physical and a spiritual push to moving forward.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like we're slightly stagnating and we know what we're wanting to do, but we're kind of like I'm just being shown a mind map there. So we want to kind of go here, 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 and here. And he's like, just focus on the one thing that you know and use your solar plexus once it's actually like being cleared out a bit energetically, because the one that jumps out at you is the one that you should be doing straight away.
Right, that makes total sense. Yeah.
And I was told to definitely give you that, because I feel like there's a couple of choices in front of you, Sharon, and it's a bit like me. I have lots of choices, but sometimes certain choices have to wait because there's a certain direction you need to go down first before the other branches link in. Would you understand that?
Yeah, that brings a lot of clarity.
Okay, thank you. Have you got more?
Yeah, I got a little bit more. Yeah, a little bit
Okay.
more. So these two people here are two different types of people. So I've got one that would, as they say, complain a lot because it's too cold in here. They whinge about the cold, okay? But I got the other one there and who was saying, oh, don't be so silly. So this person was quite a harder person. This person was quite a softer person.
Yeah.
And they're showing me their personalities.
Right.
One is quite fruitful with their words, so I can't use that because we're on a live open platform. But yeah, one is very fruitful and one isn't. One's quite prim and proper, and one is quite doesn't care what they say. I've also got as well a couple of numbers. I feel like I can give you every single number in the numbers, but the ones that stand out to me is 63, 79, 82, 14, and number 5. They were numbers all came through to me when I was asking, and they kept feeding me and feeding me. And I was like, whoa, not too many. We haven't got all night to be reading them all out. So I believe you have got a lot of people in spirit, that are watching over you and do come in and come and speak to you as well. And I do believe as well that okay, one of them just said to me, she dreamed about me. So one you do dream about. And there's one there that just wanders around. So I feel that you feel the energy around the house. The other one just wandering around, just being nosy, in other words, and looking out for you as well. But it's definitely one of them that they're doing something. They're wandering around the house and showing presence to me. So yeah, keep in mind they're just watching over you.
Yeah, thank you.
Lovely, Daniel. Thank you. Just before I close the message down for you, Sharon, I do want to give you the months. I was given November and December first of all, and then they brought me back to May. So will you watch out for something in May for me, please? If that's not a birthday or a celebration, just watch out for something in May is coming in, okay? Because I was given May several times to say May, 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 and it's definitely not a name. It's the month, okay?
Yeah,
That
lovely.
could be why I got number 5
Thank you
then.
so much for working with us and coming on live camera this evening. I hope you enjoyed your message.
Thank you, Sharon.
Have a great evening, yeah?
That was lovely. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Sharon. You have a blessed night. Thank you.
And you.
Thanks,
Bye.
Sharon.
Cheers
Night.
now, guys. Yeah, lovely. Right, okay, let's get that. Okay. Okay, yeah, no problem. Yeah, so we've got Stephanie Ann, Carrie Greathouse. Oh, what a great name. Lovely. Yeah. Debbie Ogden. Okay. Yeah. Myra Burgess. Yeah. Okay. Natalie Bentley. Okay. Good evening. Good evening. Can we stop on Bonnie Spencer, please? That's just literally just jumped off the page for me. Okay, Bonnie. Lovely to connect you with you this evening. And yes, your prayers have been answered here with the praying hands. You're going to get our message. Okay, Bonnie. Right. Oh, wow. Right. Okay. I've got 2 people stepping forward. I do feel that they're both male. I do want to say they're both very, very strong individual, but very separate characters. One's a little bit more kind of like fun energy, and the other one's a little bit more serious. Okay. I do want to go to the grandfather, and I want to say that this on both sides of the family, okay? Would you understand that for me first of all, please, just to make sure I've got the link properly? Okay. I'll give you a little bit more information while obviously you respond. I do want to say to you, okay, right. Ooh. Would you understand that there have been some troubling times around you, especially on the family side of things, I'm being told? I feel like somebody, it's either yourself or somebody around you, is overly worrying. And I want to say frantically over worrying, actually. I've just been told to rephrase it. And I do want to say with regards to that, would you understand that this person's a little bit, well, not a little bit, I'm being told again, massively in their head. They're an overthinker, way too analytical, and what they're actually doing is literally going round in a head spin, I'm being told, okay? And I'm being told that the answer's already been given and the clarity's already been given in order to make a decision going forward. So can we just calm that energy down for me, please? And actually go into like the silence, because the answer has been given, okay? And I do feel it's one of these gentlemen that have stepped in to give you the answer, whether it's yourself or somebody around you that we're talking about, okay? I also want to say you would also feel the both energies of these two people very much around you. And I want to say, specifically in the last couple of days, I'm being drawn to a mug, and I want to say something to do with a cup of tea. Right, okay. And I'm being told that the mug is actually being moved around. So where you'd put the handle down and it'd be on, like, say the handle be on your right side as you put the mug down. I want to say, can we pay attention? They're actually coming in and they're actually twisting the mug. They're also playing around with a few things around you. I want to say there's a little bit of light flickering, but it's more about objects just slightly moving places, okay? And it's them, their way of kind of like trying to get your attention in relation to diverting you away from kind of like doing too much. I want to say we're doing too much in the physical, okay? I feel like you're really busy, and I feel like you're kind of like, oh, I need to do that, I need to do that, I need to do that. And I'm being told, can we just step back and do a little bit of self-personal care in relation to actually dealing with what they're coming in to help and support you with, okay? And wow, just the energy of this as well.
I know, I got it, but it's strong.
So the one of the gentlemen definitely, right, is the stoic one I'm going to tap into, because he's being pushy, okay? And he's basically saying, can you just like calm down, okay? Get into the present, even if you just need to take yourself away. But I'm also being told, with regards to that, you need to learn to say no, okay? We're taking on way too much onto our plate, okay? I'm going to hand you to Daniel because he's got something for you as well.
Okay, thank you. Bonnie, I do feel that I've got a gentleman called Di. The name Di came up to me. You know what? I didn't even notice your second name on my screen, and he gave me Spencer. You are Spencer's surname, so that was written down on my sheet. I didn't even look at my screen. I do feel as well that you feel like you're being watched, and when you look out the corner of your eye, you feel like you could see someone there. Or you're thinking, what is that? What was that flash? What was that? Because they've done the same thing to me just now. They put loads of dots next to me with loads of lights. I do feel as well that somebody was a massive bacon lover, because they showed loads of bacon, so they love bacon. And Jordon already touched on it, but I already written it down before even Jordon said it. Your mind is spinning. Your mind is constantly spinning. You need to chill out. You need to just relax, turn off. You know, do a little bit of meditation. Even that will help you calm down. And just have time out on your own. I was just told that by them as well, listen to music. Some calming music will really calm you down. So I feel like you're like me, I love a lot of music as well, and I find it helps me a lot. I feel that you will turn off when listening to music. I was just told as well that you need to go for long walks. Go down with the sea or go through some mountains, go some really long walks, and that will really, really sort you out.
Okay, lovely. I'm going to give you something before, obviously, I leave you this evening, Bonnie. And I've just kept getting reflexology. So for whatever reason, if you don't do something like this, I feel that this is actually just for you in order to get that balance, okay? And obviously, I don't know a lot about reflexology, but I do know that obviously it will help kind of like bring you down energetically and kind of put that balance in place, okay? Because I'm not a specialist in this area at all, but I do want to say something like on the holistic side, whether it's like a spa day or something like that, have a few treatments. That's pretty much what they're coming in and saying to you, okay? I'm also saying I'm also being told around you as well not to worry about the money in relation to something. I don't feel like there's a shortage of money. I just feel that there's something either coming in or it's come in and it's like, oh, how am I going to afford to pay for that? It's going to be sorted, okay? Something's just going to come in and everything's going to be okay in relation to that, okay? So please take the love. And it was a pleasure for me and Daniel to connect with you this evening. All right.
Thank you, Bonnie.
Thank you very much. Okay. Okay. Daniel, do you want to pick?
What was the first one again? Yes, please. Lydia, yeah. I'll go for Lydia, please.
Okay, cool. So we're just waiting on our live guest joining us. Okay. So we've got a lovely lady joining us with vibrant red hair. You'll see her in a moment. Called Lydia. So yes, good evening, Lydia. Right, good evening, Lydia. Welcome, and thank you very much for joining us
Good
live.
evening, Lydia.
Okay. Okay, welcome, Lydia. Good evening. Thank you very much for coming into the room, first of all. It's not everybody that's always open to coming in and doing the live and being on camera. So thank you so much. It helps us connect much, much quicker for you. Okay. And I'm going to hand you to Daniel because Daniel was the one that was drawn to you, first of all.
Thank you.
Hi, Lydia. I was actually drawn. Now I can see that your picture. I was drawn to you earlier on when I seen your picture go past me. Okay. What have I got coming through then? Okay. I feel like I got three people coming through. I feel that one is this is definitely a lady. She's got longer hair. I can't see the color of it just yet. She isn't showing me, but she's showing me long hair. I feel this lady's quite tall. She's not a short lady. She's tall, on the taller side rather than the shorter side. Then, I do feel, as well, this lady is quite stern because the way she's looking at me, I feel she's a stern lady. She didn't take no messing. She would tell you straight. And I feel that she's quite harsh. That she would like for instance, if you were gonna want a pack of sweets, no, not today, tomorrow, but it'd be quite intense, and you think, oh, why are you being so nasty to me for? It's not. It's just the person's personality. She's lovely to me, she's fine. um, Gentleman in this. Sorry, go on.
Is she kind of plump?
You know what I was going to say to you? I think 'cause she's slightly bigger, on the bigger side, because the way her frame is, it's not. When I see little old ladies, see little old ladies, and you can tell they're about 6 stone soaking wet. This lady is a lot bigger than that, and I'm thinking, okay, I was going to come back into that after. I just jumped across to the gentleman now, and this gentleman, I feel this gentleman be very giving, so he's very, for instance, oh, don't tell your nan I give you a fiver, if you give some money, it'd be, oh, don't tell your nan. Are you American or something, or Canadian, or?
I'm American. I'm in the
Thank you.
middle of the US.
Thank
And
you. Okay. The reason I was going to say that is it'll be dollars to you because he said to me, no, dollars, when I said pounds. Okay. I do, yeah, so he's a very giving guy. I believed as well he had a dog and he loved this dog. it was really, it's like the apple of his eye, this dog was. Because he just brought him in with him on a lead. I believe this dog's white as well. He got a white colour into it. Not fully white, but he is white.
Okay, I think that is my grandpa Bell. He
Okay.
passed when I was 9.
Okay.
And he had emphysema in an oxygen tank.
Don't feed me.
but
Don't feed me. Don't feed me.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
That's okay. As long as you can take it, that's all I want to know. Okay. I'm going to jump back over to this lady. The third person who's coming in is not saying nothing, so I feel this person is the type of person you say hello to him and that's it. You wouldn't really get a conversation out of him. This person is definitely male as well. I can feel a male energy behind me. So he's standing behind me. I go, one's standing there, one's standing there. This gentleman is how can I say? The politest way to put it is, well, the way I'm going to give it the way he's been telling me, he's quite arrogant. This gentleman is really arrogant. You wouldn't want to speak to him. He's like, oh, yeah, and that's it. He's all for himself. I feel that's his energy he's giving off to me. And if you ever went to see him, he'd be like, oh, yeah, and that's all he'd have out of him. He wouldn't have anything else. It's all about him and his life. I feel like this gentleman would be quite money orientated. He had a lot of money. He's giving me that type of demeanor of him. I do believe as well that he wouldn't be at home, so he'd be traveling. So he could be in another country somewhere else because of the money he had. He would travel with that money, or it's to do with money even. But I do feel he would travel because he's showing me that he's gone. He's off on a plane. He's gone. Okay. Going back over to the lady I have here. Okay. This lady just showed me she had quite a big house as well. But I know in the States they are a lot bigger than our houses. So to me, that's a big house. To you, they may be saying, oh, that's normal. So, okay. Is this something to do with significance with a letterbox, for instance? A post box, letterbox we call them, post box. There's the big post box I can see on the end of the yard. There's something she said, tell a post box. There's something to do with a post box that you'll have a memory of. Was it that you
Well,
hurt yourself?
I know that she fell by the post.
Thank you, because she said
she
hurt
went
self.
to get the mail and fell.
Yeah. Okay, so I thought you hurt yourself with it because she said hurt self to it. So I thought it meant you, but no, it must have been her that fell. Thank you. Okay, that's clarified that one out. Okay,
But there's a lot of my childhood that I repressed because of trauma.
Okay. I gotta be very careful what I say then.
Just while Daniel connects in, I need to give you some stuff quickly, Lydia, okay? Would you understand something in relation to a connection to a ranch or somebody's been to a ranch? I feel like this is a memory. Okay, thank you for the nod. I've been told to bring that in. I've also been told in relation to the lady that Daniel's went and brought forward for you, she was quite a sassy woman. Wicked personality. Really, really fun, bubbly, but quite serious at times. So, like, that's where the sassiness came in. She's making me put a big smile on my face, and I feel like you need to put a bit more of a smile on your face. That's how she's making me feel. Okay, and I want to say something to do with money around you. That we just watch out for something coming in unexpected. There, I'm being told. Okay, so
Okay.
I do want to link that to it being delivered. So it's like I want to say check. Yeah, so like a check's coming in the post or something, and it's going to be like unexpected. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. And what was the other thing that I was to give you? Would you understand the ornate trinket box?
So, no, I don't, but I know that there's things she wants me to find.
Right.
And
okay. That's fine. So what I'm saying, what I'm being told, as soon as you said, you know, but then you went, oh, I need to find it. I am being told it's something that when you come across it, there's something inside it. Okay. I'm not going to link into that and get you what's inside it, but I am going to say it's a rather lovely trinket box. It's very, very ornate and very, very well detailed. I want to say it's got like an enamel lid on it, and there's some sort of picture on it, which I can't really see properly at the moment because it's a little bit blurry in relation to how she's showing me it. But just watch out for that, please, and watch out for what's inside it. That's what's significant, okay? I'm going to leave you and pass you back to Daniel before Daniel leaves you as well, okay?
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you. Okay. So I asked the lady just to explain herself a little bit more, and she said, "Oh, I had a really tidy garden. So her garden was really neat. That you can just see, because I'm a gardener, so I'm looking at the garden. I'm like, oh wow, that's lovely." Okay. I do feel as well that you look like somebody in your family. I would say from your nan's side of the family, you look like a person. Yeah, thank you. Okay,
Yeah.
I do feel as well, whether it's just yourself I'm picking up or whether it's picking up from the family very secretive. They don't like everyone knowing their business.
Yep.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
And I asked, I'm not sure who I was asking because they're so secretive. They're not really don't want to throw things out at me. Some people who are not will throw things constantly. These people are not. They just, I'm just nagging them for things in the end. So I asked one of them and they said, I said, how did you pass? They said, just fell asleep. Literally said, I just fell asleep. So I feel like one of them passed away in bed when they were sleeping and then couldn't wake the next morning. I do feel like I want to say to you as well that what Jordan said to you will put a smile on your face. I feel like you just need to go and enjoy yourself. I feel like you're like stuck in a ball, and we need to get out of that ball. You need to burst out of it. As you feel like you've got to go and socialize a lot more. You need to socialize. And I think that will help. That will help your moods. I'm not saying you go down. I'm saying you go up too much. I'm just feeling like you need to do these things. Because I can feel your energy off you at the moment. Your energy is quite flat. So it's like, yeah, it's not as if you're down. It's not as if you're high. You're just in the middle where you're like, oh, okay, I'm bored now. You need to go and do something to get rid of that boredom. So go and get a hobby or go and socialize. Go and do something and enjoy yourself. Okay, and I'll leave you with a love of spirit. Thank you very much.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Thank you very much, not only to my guest, Daniel Morris, for joining us this evening, but to all of my readers and viewers for your likes, comments, shares, the readings that we've connected in with you this evening, and all the personal questions earlier on in relation to coaching, helping you on your spiritual path. Okay. Please join us in 2 weeks' time. But we are done for this evening, sadly. But yeah, please join Paul Bannister at 8 o'clock. So that'll be coming up in just under half an hour from now. So thank you very much for the liking, the loving, and the sharing, and the supporting, guys. I shall love you and leave you, and we'll see you in 2 weeks. And thank you very much to Daniel Morris for joining me as my guest. You did fantastic, mate. All right.
Thank you very much for the invite.
Love you and leave you all. Take the love of spirit, guys. If we didn't connect with you personally, they're always around you. Just embrace the energies and be prepared to open up. Okay. God bless. Good night. Until we see you in 2 weeks. Bye now.